This podcast is brought to you by Sri Kandi Associates.
Looking for your first matrimonial house? Planning to upgrade? Look no further.
For your property matters, contact Sri Kandi Associates at 8788-3559 8788-3559.
And follow them on Instagram at srikandi.associates.
Sri Kandi, selling solutions, not promises. Hey, welcome back to another episode of OUTSIDEIN.
Your go-to source for honest conversations about relationships and marriage.
So if you are ready, let's go.
Yeah, lagu ni maksudnya apa?
Pillow Talk. So hari ni kita akan share you guys two stories that you have submitted either via DM ataupun via kita punya Google Form. So kalau korang nak submit korang punya stories, can either DM kita, we can keep you anonymous, ataupun daripada Google Form, so also can be anonymous juga.
Betul.
Yeah, so thank you all for your submissions. Pasal memang banyak DM korang, banyak submissions korang, alhamdulillah. Keep them coming so we can produce more episodes for you guys as well.
Yes, and also kita tahu ramai korang rasa macam lonely kan, nobody there to listen to you. So although we cannot give you advice, kita rasa kita bukan pakar lah untuk bagi advice, but insyaAllah this can be a safe place for you untuk luahkan apa yang nak luahkan. Okay?
Yeah, speaking about luahkan, I pun nak luahkan perasaan I. So I think of course kalau yang kawan-kawan kita yang rapat kita, diorang tahu yang we actually faced the burnout I think the last month lah, because I think kita terlalu busy dengan kerja, not just I kerja pagi and then kita punya OUTSIDEIN juga pun alhamdulillah picking up juga. But I think at the same time I rasa macam I would say at times I feel that when we are so busy, lagi-lagi kita dah kahwin ni kan, walaupun kita sama rumah, I think we mentioned it in one of the podcast, I feel sometimes bukan disconnected with you tau, but I feel like kita dalam sama rumah tapi tak bertemu.
Wow.
Faham tak?
Faham
kan?
Macam nak cakap, kita punya jasad ada kat sini kan, physically we are here but emotionally we're not connected lah.
So I feel that kadang-kadang I think some of you will also face the same thing juga, pasal we're talking about married couples and mostly yang mendengar kita ni our fellow insiders semua pun bekerja juga.
Ya, betul
kan, and we also feel the rush of our daily life. Bangun pagi, kadang-kadang husband masih tidur, kita dah keluar pergi kerja, kadang-kadang wife masih tidur, kita dah keluar pergi kerja, things like that. So kita, and then bila kita balik pula, kita rasa penat. Then throughout the day, macam for me and Farah, kita jarang bermessage. Kan, even sebelum kahwin kita jarang message. Kita message cuma bila lepas kerja ataupun time kita off day, baru kita dapat connect with each other. And lagi-lagi kita dah sama rumah ni kan, sometimes kita rasa, I rasa like the day really sucks out I punya energy, sucks out I punya life. Then pernah tak you all rasa macam I miss my husband, I miss my wife,
even though they are there in the same house. But I think that's what makes it worse though. Dulu bila kita dating, we are not in the same house, kita dapat jumpa maybe twice every month, that kind of thing. But it's even worse when you are in the same house but you still don't feel emotionally connected. Korang,
I think you if you relate to this, comment kat kita punya Spotify ataupun YouTube, comment, you feel the same thing, because we cannot ignore this feeling. Pasal I feel that when you feel this thing, kita berdiam saja, it will actually
become worse.
It will get worse, and then kadang-kadang it might even cause a crack in between crack between husbands and wives. So I think I realised I came to realise this situation about myself. I don't know whether you realise.
What did you realise?
I realised yang kadang macam I really miss my wife. I really miss connecting with you. I think at the same time also pasal kita talk about OUTSIDEIN bila kita baru start. OUTSIDEIN kita baru start, it's always us talking with each other, and then we always communicate through the podcast. So it became our time to connect. Then but alhamdulillah kita jumpa more guests, kita bawa more guests, we connect with them, and then kita pula lose the time to connect with each other.
Betul. I feel most of our time is either in the day we have our own separate jobs, and then at night kita ada outside-in to run. So there are barely any time for us to connect lah, macam dating, keluar, just don't think about anything except for our connection. It's hard to do that because as content creators, we are constantly thinking of the next content, which is not healthy at times. But I also feel macam one thing that I realize about us is that we feed off each other's energy. Ya, korang rasa tak macam gitu dengan partner? For example, kalau you feel that your partner is a little bit off, maybe not so upbeat during that day, you punya
naluri.
Bukan naluri. Your emotions, your vibe akan affected. So it's okay kalau only one person feels like that tau. Maksudnya macam only one person is down, the other one is still okay.
Then dia ada energy to pick you up.
Yes, right. But it's extremely hard when the both of us are facing burnout and we are seeking comfort from each other, but each other cannot give the other person what they need.
Yeah.
Because you sendiri pun tengah penat. Yeah, it's like we always say you cannot pour from an empty cup, kan? So that is what I feel was going on with us lah. Kita dah penat, and then we can feel each other is off, tapi kita macam tak ada energy to pick the other person up, and then it's just berlarutan macam tu, which is not healthy lah.
Yeah, so that brings me to a realization, kan? I realized that it's a whole situation between me and you, and I feel like how do I then fill up my cup in a sense, kan? So as a husband, I don't know whether you realized it, but when I go to work in the morning, kan, usually before I leave, I always give you a kiss and things like that. While you're in bed, masih tidur, kan? So kadang-kadang like when I wake up in the morning, usually I wake up and then I will roll in bed for a while. I'll just observe my wife in her sleep. Yeah, I always observe her. I'll stay for a good 10 minutes. I'll just look at you.
Like, what do you mean? When you wake up and then you turn over to me, and then I'm still sleeping, then you just observe me.
Yeah.
Kyota, I always want a guy to do that for me,
Yeah, but Alhamdulillah. Because the reason why I'm doing this is because I know that bila kita are in the hustle and bustle of life, kita lupa kadang-kadang dengan kita punya pasangan.
Yeah.
So busy kucing kita
tengah zoomies lah.
Yeah. So kita lupa dengan pasangan kita. So at that moment, when the house is very quiet, except for my kittens and my cats kat luar tu, kan, time tu bila I bangun tu, time pagi tu, I roll over and I look at my wife. Dia masih tengah tidur, and I just stare at her face, like betul-betul macam renung muka you. Nak kata cringe ke apa, at that point in time when I'm looking at you, I rasa macam ni lah isteri I. Almost on a daily basis I buat gitu. You tak tahu kan, pasti tengah tidur, kan?
Of course. Kalau I tahu tu masalah sikit.
Yeah,
buka mata, tengok apa tu?
But yeah, I think it is something that I personally do, because at that moment when you bangun dulu, you tengok your partner, dia masih tengah tidur, then you look at her, then that is the moment for a good 10 minutes I will look at her and just macam fikir, okay, ni isteri I, kenapa I kahwin dia? Like then I would think about what we did yesterday, what we did months before, what we did years before, and just fill up the bank of love again. Yeah, I do that on a daily basis. Tak tahu, kan?
Tak tahu. So you feel peace lah when you look at me.
Yeah, pasal you tidur, you tak berbual, dia kita. I'm just kidding.
Reason dia sebenarnya. Tak, tapi honestly, recently also I have gone down the rabbit hole of marriage kind of content from asatizas from overseas lah, macam Mufti Menk, ada Omar, this is very famous, Omar Sulaiman. Then it's always the same message tau. I keep scrolling macam message dia sama. So the message is, because you reminded me when you were telling me how you felt peace and everything, right? It reminded me of this content that I saw, multiple content of when a marriage tu, you are supposed to feel peace. If there is no peace in your marriage, then something is wrong. Kalau you tengok macam meluat aku, macam we need to do something about it lah.
When you feel that means there is something that is bothering you dalam hati, dalam segi hati, dalam segi minda.
And then if that happens, then you need to take the step to bring this up lah with your partner and talk about it. But bottom line is, you should feel peace in your marriage. That is the basis lah.
So when I do that activity by myself in the morning, it's a conscious effort, because kadang-kadang kita macam tengok dan gitu. But try it out, husbands and wives out there, try it out. Bila your partner tengah tidur, you terbangun ke, you just renung wajah isteri you ataupun suami you, just renung. Then while you're looking at them, you fikir about the good times that you spend together, because definitely there are ups and downs in our marriage, ups and downs in our lives. But the reason why kita experience negative is so that we can appreciate the positive. So that's what I try to do, to increase my positivity for the day, to really feel connected with my wife walaupun dia tengah tidur. And I strongly advise you guys to do that. Let's say lah, kalau lagi-lagi kalau korang tengah gaduh ke apa, and then definitely maybe korang tidur separately for that night. But take this time, tengah tidur kan, take this time to just stare at them, just look at their image. Kadang-kadang nampak betul-betul, you can see how tired they are, ataupun kadang-kadang you tengok how cute they are, how adorable they are, and things like that. So I really felt that when I did this activity by myself. And then the thing about it is, I feel as a married couple, as someone who is in love, who married for love, married for Allah, things like that kan, you need to make this conscious effort untuk ingatkan diri yang I sayang isteri I, because there are going to be many distractions in your life. Even
likewise for ladies also, you should this is not just men for men, a man speaking to a man, is a man speaking to married couples, women and men should appreciate each other lah.
Then even sometimes like even when kita tengah on the road, kalau kita tengah naik motor ke apa, when she's sitting behind me, sometimes I would just ride, and then I feel like, okay, her life is in my hands. Then the conscious effort of she's entrusting her life in the palm of my hands, controlling this bike, going from point A to point B. And then when I think about it, I say, okay, kenapa I buat gitu? Pasal I sayang dia. Kenapa I sayang dia? Pasal she means the world to me. So it becomes like a conscious train of thought daripada segi positive. Yeah, because that's the thing about us human beings. Kalau kita tak fikir something, kadang-kadang kita hayal, kadang-kadang kita fikir macam tak payah buat apa-apa. When the moment kita reach the stage of tak apalah, dia mesti okay punya, that is a form of, I would say, a form of arrogance, ataupun not arrogance, sorry,
ignorance.
Bukan ignorant, macam you dah
lali
apalah, I forget that word. Complacent. I
feel we are all guilty of this sometimes. Because we, like I said lah, bila kita dua-dua tengah burnout tu kan, it is more negative than positive feelings, day in day out our daily lives. Kadang-kadang kita tak ada apa-apa pun boleh. The thing about us is kita gaduh tak pekik-pekik tau. Kita gaduh macam silent punya war. So macam, and like I said, we can feed off each other's energy, right? So we know when the other is angry or like upset. And then it's just negative feelings in and day out, and then we still have to work together kan. Jadi macam it's not nice lah, the feeling. So what we did is we went to Langkawi kan? Langkawi bila? KL dengan Genting. I think that was a much needed escape for us.
Even though 3 malam aja.
I think we just needed some time away from the bustling of Singapore and the work-wise lah. This outside ini is our baby, tapi like any baby, it requires a lot of time and energy, right? And it can suck out the energy from you. So we needed that break lah. Alhamdulillah, it helped us. Now we feel refreshed, energized. Alhamdulillah, and we are ready to to put up more content for OUTSIDEIN, insyaAllah.
So itulah I punya reflections that I actually had, and that I've been holding back, one thing that I wanted to share, not just with you but also to our insiders, because I feel that it worked for me, and it's something that you can actually practice. Practice conscious effort. You have to put in conscious effort untuk ingatkan diri yang kita sayang kita punya partner. And I know when we are good kan is because sebelum ni bila kita burn out tu kan, when we are working together, sometimes we get macam annoy each other, right? But kita tak bilang kan. So macam dah buat ni, then kan macam feel he
or each other can feel macam
Lepas tu nanti dua-dua senyap. Dua macam ya, buat gitu.
But I know when things are getting better or things are good kan, when he actually is patient. For example, kita ada hoodie. Alhamdulillah, our hoodie is still in stock and people are still purchasing it. Thank you so much.
Tinggal less than 10 actually.
Less than 10. So if you want to get now. Okay. Anyway, yes, we were packing the hoodies. And then before this kan, kita pack, kita excited untuk pack, tapi we are still in that burnout stage lah. Somehow getting out of it. But then recently punya order kita pack kan, but there was so many mistakes that we did. Dia punya printing salah lah, printer buat hal lah. So if we were how we were a few days before, kita dah akan macam
buat bodoh lah.
Mungkin
kita pack salah, asal boleh ke apa, but alhamdulillah tak lah kan. Pasal we always want to give the best quality to our insiders.
Betul. But then that day he was so patient. He was like, tak apa yang try yang ini, macam ni. Tak apa, try. Tak apa, salah, alamak, tak apa. Try ni. He was so patient, guys. So I know, I'm like, okay, he is in a better state of mind. He's a more peaceful state of mind lah. So alhamdulillah. That's how I know.
But how can you tell if I'm not at a good state?
You will get angry easier,
and then I will tunjuk.
You akan tunjuk. You tunjuk, you tak tunjuk ke I. But I can see that you were angry. You're trying to control yourself. But then because you are trying to control your anger, you takkan cakap apa-apa. You just diam je. And then the thing will just
melirit.
Bukan melirit lah, macam you dah marah, lepas tu nanti you dah okay, then you come back and talk to me macam nothing happen gitu.
Right.
Yeah, and then we just go on. Gitu.
Yeah. But alhamdulillah, I think
relatable lah.
I think you all will face every couple will face this kind of things once in a while. So this activity that I've been doing actually for very long. Yeah,
you should try it, guys, with your husbands, with your wives.
Because especially when you feel especially disconnected, in a sense that you give it a try. Tell us if it works. If it works, then you DM kita ke, you leave a comment ke, and things like that. Yeah, we would definitely want to hear more from all of you. Okay, because recently you guys have been really betul-betulnya getting in touch with us. And kita punya DMs flooded. Alhamdulillah. Walaupun kadang-kadang kita reply lambat, but kita cuba insyaAllah. Yes,
InsyaAllah.
So that's my sharing for today.
Alhamdulillah. Selalu I yang ada reflections. You ada reflection lah. So proud of you.
Asain apa?
Asain.
Okay, so
shall we move on into the first submission?
First submission, yes.
Selling solutions, not promises.
Hi, I'm Leah from Sri Kandi Associates. Here are some tips for me to share to you guys. Please ensure that you have enough cash for option and exercise fee. It varies from $1 to maximum of 5,000. But note that current market practice, majority sellers will ask for 1,000 option and $4,000 exercise fee to be transferred within 21 days. Follow us on srikandi.associates on IG and TikTok for more tips and sharings.
Hi, I just want to share some facts about post-maternity, or they call it pantang.
So this is untuk mak-mak yang sedang mengandung, yang akan bersalin soon and things like that.
But even if you are not pregnant, this is knowledge, good information, correct. So older generations were very strict on their pantang. Example, you cannot keluar lah, cannot drink plain water, cannot eat some food, cannot carry heavy stuff, and a lot more. I just want to share my journey, and I think it will benefit most new moms. I had my first kid, and post-delivery semua is just me, my husband, and my kid. We don't want to trouble our parents, thus we were independent all the way. It's good that you want to learn to be independent because you get to experience sendiri, but it's good to get as much help because doing everything alone, just you and your partner.
And bila partner you dah balik kerja, it will get overwhelming.
Yes. I got postpartum depression when my husband went back to work because I was overwhelmed with needing to heal myself, with my kid always crying. So point is, don't malu to ask for help. Second, eat gym food. Eat gym food. Maksudnya means bukan mince meat. Maksudnya meat, chicken breast, salmon, etc. Sayur can be broccoli and small portion of rice. Trust me, you will get back into shape in no time. And drink lots of plain water. I don't know why older people tak kasi minum air putih langsung. I also don't know why. If you think medically, you already lost lots of blood. Thus, you need water to replenish whatever you've lost. Add fruits in your meals. In your 3 meals. Yeah, so morning, afternoon, night lah. Do not eat after 8 p.m. You save a lot of money by prepping your own food too. Most people beli confinement food which cost over 1,000 plus, which pada I tak worth it. So this is just me sharing. Oh, thank you Farah.
Dengan hihi.
Yeah, this is good information for me.
Yeah, because I feel that we love it that our community, our insiders love to share knowledge with one another, and that's something that we want to promote, to share knowledge, share experience with one another. Because I feel that kita ni sebagai community,
we can learn from each other.
Yeah, we want to learn from each other. We want to learn. We want to pick up the good things.
Yeah, so this is a really really great submission. It's not selalunya kita baca cerita sedih, cerita yang membawa marah, ya. Tapi this one is alhamdulillah, it's a sharing, informative.
Yeah, I think also especially the part yang dia kata pasal yang postpartum depression. Most of most of the people that we know yang melalui pregnancy, dah give birth, they tend to go through this postpartum depression because of the hormonal changes, and then anak asyik menangis and things like that. So I think what she mentioned about asking for help, jangan malu-malu, is something that you really need to do if you require it.
Betul, because the thing is, yes, you ada anak nak jaga, but you have been through something that is life-changing and body-changing for 9 months. So you need time to heal. So kalau you nak heal, you nak jaga baby, macam mana, right? So you need help. So yalah,
ask for help.
Macam your husband ke, atau your mother-in-law ke, atau anybody that you feel
can help you lah, who's willing to help you lah. I think also I think for her, she feels overwhelmed when the husband go back to work, right? Probably I'm making an assumption here, probably because time dia tengah paternity leave, which was about 2 weeks tak salah for husbands kan. Mungkin that 2 weeks he was really hands on, tolong dia. So bila dia patah balik kerja tu, dia rasa short handed.
Betul.
That means I'm assuming that your husband did a good job. So good on you, Farah's husband. Alhamdulillah.
Farah's husband yang tu, insyaAllah.
InsyaAllah. So at the same time also, I think the good news about the government rally.
Gigi you macam ada something
So where was I? So okay, but also I think recently the National Day rally, they mentioned that fathers are going to be blessed with going to be given a longer paternity leave and then ability to actually share paternity leave with shared parental leave.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, tak dengar kan National Day rally.
Ada summary je. Sampaikan.
So I think in that sense, the government itself tengah promoting kita untuk be more hands-on dengan kita punya keluarga kan. And also a good example would be, you have the time. That's where both husband and wife have to work together. Because bukan sahaja ibu yang akan mengalami perubahan dalam hidup dia ataupun dalam cara hidup dia dengan seorang bayi. Husbands also need to understand that your life is also going to be changing. Ada seorang bayi dalam hidup tu, that's your child, your son, your daughter kan. Kita kena ingat yang you cannot just leave it purely to the mother to handle everything. Yes, ibu boleh menyusukan, ibu boleh buat ni, ibu boleh buat tu. Women are amazing, they're superwomen. Right, mothers are amazing. So sebagai suami-suami, kita bantu isteri kita. Kita bantu dari pihak dari segi emotional,
kerja rumah apa-apa yang is left to be picked up, you just buat lah. You tak payah nak ayah asal kenapa macam ni, I baru bersalin lah. Gitu. But of course kita belum ada anak, kita won't know how it will be, but this is just experience that orang lain bilang kita lah. As you heal, the woman ni after pregnancy, it is very important for you to heal mentally, physically. You tahu you bawah tu koyak tahu. So you have to properly heal. Kalau tak infection and lagi teruk lagi. So it's very important lah.
So husbands kita ni kita tak go through such a painful surgery and things like that kan. So kita bantu mana yang kita boleh. For now 2 weeks of paternity leave kan. Cubalah give bukan cuba. pergilah buat yang sebanyak mungkin untuk menolong isteri kita.
Yes.
InsyaAllah.
Also I want to ask you, InsyaAllah kan, nanti kita ada anak,
InsyaAllah.
would you let me stay at my mom's place
InsyaAllah.
selama pantang period tu?
InsyaAllah boleh.
Because you kerja kan, memang balik you akan boleh tolong lah. Tapi after the paternity leave tu, I seorang lagi ada 3 kucing yang. Macam mana yang?
Siapa nak jaga kucing dia?
Oh kan,
Alamak.
nak kena fikir.
Fikir dah.
Belum fikir sampai situ lagi. But yeah,
Either that or mak you boleh stay here.
tak ya.
Kan kita
Guest room tu
bilik.
nak kena kemas
Dah ada katil dah.
Sarah Dayanto kemas ya.
Tu tiba-tiba dengar suara mak you
Kan itulah.
But yeah, I mean this kind of things best is kalau husband and wife kita berbual sama-sama, bincang betul-betul, because especially for husbands we try our best. Okay, we haven't go through it yet, but I think right now that we're consciously talking about it, I feel that we need to talk about the best arrangement for your wife. And selalunya isterinya kebanyakan lagi selesa dengan adanya maknya sendirilah.
Betul.
So kalau tak pun kadang-kadang maybe for macam dulu my sister bila dia give birth, my younger sister selalu bantu dia. Selalu come over to tolong jaga and things like that. Yeah, kalau ada.
But we'd love to hear more pregnancy stories, post-pregnancy stories, macam gini-gini lah. Any information that you can share with the community, we can sampaikan in Pillow Talk. I think it will be a great sharing.
Kalau tak pun komen aja. Komen kat Spotify, komen kat YouTube, komen kat Instagram,
maybe
komen kat
under
TikTok.
Under this episode you boleh komen or whatever advice you can give, pantang ke apa-apalah, apa-apa yang you nak share to help our community kan.
Yes, pasal kita we want to promote this because we want to feel the togetherness dengan korang lah.
Betul.
InsyaAllah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you Farah for your submission. Okay, shall we move on to the next one?
Selling solutions, not promises.
Do you know that you need your HFE ready before you can option for a house? Please ensure you log into the HDB website to apply for one. Process will take at least a month. Once approved, it's valid for 9 months from the date of issue. If you want to know more, contact Sri Kandi at 87883559 and srikandi.associates on IG and TikTok.
Salam yang Tok and Farah.
Waalaikumsalam.
I actually just started listening to your podcast recently, so quite a newbie. InsyaAllah, I'm getting married next year. Alhamdulillah. I actually do want to share an experience I had with my ex-fiancé. This happened in 2020. So we started back in 2015 and the relationship ended at the end of 2020. We got engaged in 2019 and we were tied for 2 years. Honestly, he was a walking red flag, but I didn't see it. Biasalah, kan love is truly blind. My family and friends knew, but I didn't want to listen. So, by red flag, I mean he cheated twice sebab he's a gamer and he will talk to other girls in the game. Dia ada virtual life.
Selalu dengar orang cheat depan-depan face to face ni, gaming pun boleh macam-macam. Okay,
so he doesn't have a proper full-time job and most of the dates I had with him was all using my money. So there's one of the year where he asked me to be his guarantor, which I didn't agree at all. Guarantor kira-kira macam kalau lelaki tu tak bayar, I kena bayar. They say the girl kena bayar.
Tak bayar apa ni?
Nanti dia share.
Okay, minta maaf.
Okay, which I didn't agree at all until he sweet talk things through with me using lines like, please be my guarantor so that kita can kahwin.
Loan lah maybe. Okay.
So I'm like, okay lah, but I kept this secret from my parents and family for a year. So eventually my family found out. I remembered vividly that he broke up with me dekat bawah blok time subuh, and the reason he used, selama ni I dah tak sayang you, I only used you for your money. Astaghfirullahalazim. Took me a week to tell my family, and when I told them, I also bilang about me being a guarantor. They were angry and upset with me because they knew that I know better of benda-benda macam gini. So it ate my 2 years after putus tunang, chasing him to make payment sampai I turun rumah dia sendiri, tak nak buka pintu. Even his mum also don't want to open the door. So I was lost during that period because I'm not going to pay a single cent. So I keep telling the kedai motor the same story. Sebab I'm not a family member to begin with. They keep saying they cannot do anything melainkan the owner breaks even. Breaks even kirakan bayar setengah lah, 50% at least.
Okay.
So in early 2023, he finally dapat jual motor tu and remove my name as guarantor. So Alhamdulillah, all is good now and found someone better who treats me 10,000 times better than before and much more responsible.
Alhamdulillah.
By the way, up until today, he did not face my parents about the putus tunang and he did not apologize to my parents. His mom met my parents dekat KFC, nangis-nangis about it, tapi sekarang pandang kita pun tidak.
Aduh.
Apalah nasib. Trust Allah's plans always. InsyaAllah it will benefit others. Thank you. Thank you for sharing in advance and please do keep me anonymous too.
But I love that there's a happy ending lah.
Alhamdulillah.
Found someone better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have something that I want to share. You know I said just now I fell into a rabbit hole of marriage content on my TikTok kan. So I saw something that Mufti Menk said. So dia cakap ada point system tau. Bila you nak cari jodoh ni kan, you pakai this point system. Okay. So the first thing, you tengok you tengok orang ni, kalau dia ada agama dengan dia ada akhlak, you bagi dia 1 point.
Oh, 1 point je?
1.
Okay.
Yes. And then you look at all the other parts of him, everything that he has. Okay. Maybe dia handsome.
Okay. That's 1 point.
Kalau handsome, you plus 0.
Plus
so
0.
jadi apa?
1.
Jadi 10 yang.
Oh 10. Plus 0 at the back.
0 at the back.
Kalau 1 plus 0, 1. Lain tu match tu.
Faham. Okay. So plus 0 kat belakang, jadi 10. Kan? And then you keep going. Okay, apa lagi yang dah ada? Maybe he comes from wealth, maybe ya. You add another point. And then you keep going and keep going and keep going. But the thing is, you have to start with akhlak and din first. So kirakan dia ada 1000 points, kan? But kalau dia tak ada akhlak dengan din, minus 1 become apa?
0 je.
Yeah, so you understand how the system works. You have to start with akhlak and agama, din, kan? And then you tengok, and then dia bilang, how do you know if this person is good for you? You have to have a minimum of 10. Okay, so kirakan you ada agama dengan akhlak 1, and then maybe dia handsome lah,
okay.
So 0. So Alhamdulillah, this is good enough.
Right.
This is good enough for you to proceed lah. Yeah. So as long as ada 1 kat depan ni and ada lagi satu benda yang you can live with, it will be fine, insyaAllah.
So it goes without saying yang I think the first thing we need to really appreciate is that kita ni semua diberi rezeki untuk jadi born in this world sebagai seorang Muslim.
Ya, betul.
Kan kita ada agama kita untuk shape us.
Yes.
Tapi agama dia tak akan sempurna kalau tak ada akhlak.
Betul.
So kita kena have these two to work hand in hand.
Yes, the thing is personally lah, I feel akhlak always comes first. If you beragama you beragama tapi you tak ada akhlak pun no use.
Susah jugalah.
But if you have the akhlak to begin with, and then you want to learn about agama, it's going to be easier.
Case in point.
For you and for your partner.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, comes back to the point of this story lah. I tengok cara lelaki ni treat her, memang tak ada akhlak punya orang lah.
Oh wow. Dia pakai untuk duit.
Yes.
And then tak kerja. Okay, kalau let's say dia ada akhlak, ada agama, naturally kalau kita ada bukan kata just pure knowledge ke apa.
Because why? Islam teach us to be kind. This is not being kind to another person, let alone your future partner.
Yeah, which brings me to the story that we shared with about Maya. If you guys remember that story about Maya kan, one of the comments actually said something about kalau lelaki itu treat you a certain way, please leave, because they can you don't go into relationship to change someone. Melainkan macam kalau you sendiri, you realize that he himself want to change, he himself or he or she lah, we don't put just
gender
the guy.
specific.
He or she himself, they themselves want to improve themselves and they take action. They put in effort untuk berubah diri sendiri, untuk mendekati diri dengan agama, untuk memperbaiki akhlak mereka. Because number one, kalau let's say you for example I just want to do this because I want to get married to you. Kalau niat dia dah salah, dia punya motivation dia akan berubah. So in a way we call it intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation. Ni I belajar time masa I masih cikgu that time lah. So extrinsic motivation dia punya effect dia sekejap aja. Extrinsic kira macam I kasih you duit, you kerja. I kasih you
lama-lama
bonus,
nanti you penat, you bingit, nanti you will leave eventually.
So kalau daripada deep, kalau daripada dalam kita sebagai seorang manusia, kita sendiri nak ada niat to do something good for, not just for your partner, but for Allah, for ourselves. Kita the motivation tends to last longer. So when you are faced with this kind of situation, ladies out there, men, even men also, if you see your partner macam a walking red flag, macam okay, dia treat you very kurang hajar,
he doesn't treat your parents or your elders well, that is also not good.
The most important, I think one factor, kalau you boleh kan, you spend time dengan family dia, kan, then you see how he treats, or how he or she treats their parents, or treat their siblings.
I think for me also, one of the things that actually made me fall in love with you even more is how you treat your mum lah. You macam golden boy kan. Of course kita punya relationship like with anybody in our life ada pasang surutnya kan. But then I can see how when you need to, you akan be that soft person,
right?
And pujuk your mom, you know, bawa dia keluar and layan dia, you know. So that is one of the things that made me tell myself that yes, this is the man that I want to marry. Alhamdulillah.
So I would like to maybe I would just want to highlight, ada perbezaan antara cara perbualan yang kasar dengan seorang yang kurang hajar.
Faham.
Pasal there are people yang I kenal, kadang-kadang dia berbual macam macam kasar, macam dia berbual maybe dengan mak dia ke dengan bapak dia berbual kau aku, but that is their love language. Kan, cara dorang berbual macam gitu, tapi you can tell their sincerity when it comes to tak apa, family aku dulu. Walaupun orang kasar-kasar, tapi dia macam aku tak boleh aku nak kena balik jaga mak aku sekejap.
Ada yang orang kalau macam gini kan, you tak boleh touch about the mother no. You langgar sikit salah je kau habis kena. Kau jangan mak aku masuk
jangan
dalam
sebut nama mak aku dalam ni. Things like that, you know. Sometimes when you see this kind of people, mungkin diorang kasar tapi diorang punya hati dia very golden.
Yes.
Kan, niat diorang suci, diorang sayang mak dia. And then maybe in that case you maybe for a lady, I want someone yang macam, you know, like man, someone yang macam garang-garang, you know, ada macam muka bad boy, things like that. Boleh nak cari bad boy boleh, tapi make sure akhlak dia ada.
Respectful.
So you can see who they are when you know they are with their parents. Usually lah. Kalau let's say diorang tak ada mak bapak, tak ada mak bapak, see how they treat the people around them.
Yes. You macam around them. And also I think another lesson is obviously do not very easily say yes to being someone's guarantor. Make sure that someone is responsible, that someone you trust. And then maybe you can agree to become a guarantor, because this guarantor ni susah tau. Orang tu yang buat salah, you yang kena, betul tak?
I have a story to share about guarantor ni. Ni apart from relationship a bit lah. So a friend of mine, similar situation, kawan dia nak beli motor.
Okay.
Lepas tu dia, bro, kau jadi aku punya guarantor lah. Tak apa, bulan-bulanan aku kerja. Kawan.
Okay.
So at the point in time dia macam kawan quite rapat juga, in a sense. Lepas tu diorang tukar tempat kerja, separated. Lepas tu so diorang dah lost contact kan. So dia dah lost contact ni, and one thing, if I remember correctly, kalau let's say dia tak service dia punya loan, the main person tak service dia punya, tak bayar dia punya duit bulanan, duit hutang dia, the surat akan datang kepada guarantor dia. Macam the main person tak bayar, please get him to pay, things like that. Dia akan dapat surat. So similar situation to our yang submission tadi tu, dia takkan bayar pasal ni bukan tanggungjawab dia. Technically, but in a sense pun nama you dah agree kan, so you pun akan kena tempias dia jugalah.
So betul.
Habis cerita
dia. Minta maaf.
So when that happens, dia pula dia lupa pasal benda ni. Dia lupa. Lepas tu dia pun nak beli motor sendiri. Nak beli motor sendiri, dia nak apply. Lepas tu kedai motor tanya dia, kau ada motor? Kau kau tak bayar motor kau
Oh loh.
Lah, aku tak ada. Dan lepas tu dia teringat, oh ya, aku
motor
ni
kawan.
aku ni guarantor kawan aku. Kawan aku tak bayar motor dia. So dia tak boleh beli motor at that point in time.
Tak boleh
Tak boleh. Pasal because you want to buy unless you have cash. Unless you ada, let's say motor dia 20,000.
Faham.
You ada 20,000 cash, you bayar kerepuk gitu.
Faham.
Boleh lah. Tapi kalau you nak ambil loan to service, to pay for this motorbike ke kereta ke, you takkan lepas.
Lemak kesian. Then how to get out of it?
Yeah, so I forgot how it happened. Either you manage to macam she said break even, and then they manage to tarik balik motor dia, lepaskan tanggungjawab you sebagai guarantor, baru you boleh continue dengan you punya hidup lah in a sense.
Wow.
Yeah. So hal ehwal duit ni kadang-kadang orang kata alah ni semua duit, tapi it will affect kita punya life. Lagi-lagi dengan value yang sangat tinggi ni.
Betul. Lagi-lagi imagine kalau you guarantor for someone, tapi you ni, for example lah, you lelaki, you ada anak bini ni, nak feed, you know, nak suap makan. Macam mana? Nanti terikat because of this bugger yang tak tahu nak bayar. Yeah, it's gonna be very complicated lah. So best to avoid this kind of situations.
Yeah. And also to all the young couples, boyfriend, girlfriend semua kan, kalau boleh jangan ikat. This is my personal advice to all of you. Kalau boleh jangan sign something like this yang akan that will affect your future sebelum korang kahwin.
Sebelum korang kahwin. Faham?
Kalau sebelum kahwin macam like for example case in point, our submission dia buat gini pasal dia fikir nak kahwin, and dia dipergunakan untuk duit dia.
Kesian tau.
Lain lah kalau let's say everything is going good, tak ada red flags, alhamdulillah, then you feel that okay, kita buat ni pasal kita punya keluarga, pasal kita nak ada keluarga pada masa depan and things like that, then the chances of it being a successful transaction will be better, insyaAllah.
Yeah, but I also I feel like it's better kalau you nak start a new life, you tak mula ambil loan ni semua. You know, you just live seadanya, you know, within your means. Kalau ada, beli. Kalau tak ada, simpan duit sampai ada duit, and then you pay. That's a safer option lah for me. That is my personal thing lah.
And kalau you ada masalah hutang piutang ni semua, nanti you nak beli rumah susah.
Nak beli rumah susah
macam
tak
mana
boleh.
Sri Kandi nak tolong korang?
Tak boleh. Kalau Sri Kandi nak tolong pun tak boleh sebab masalah guarantor. Macam mana?
Mungkin orang boleh tolong, tapi of course kalau nak tahu lebih kena contact Sri Kandi lah.
Nombor dia apa bang?
Nombor dia 87883555.
Mantap. So yes guys, if you are looking for a real estate, you know, anything regarding your property matters, you can contact Sri Kandi at
87883559 87883559.
Yes, because this is one of the biggest purchase that you will possibly do as husband and wife
in
kan?
Singapore,
into your next phase, into marriage life. So you want to make sure that whoever is going to help you do that is reliable, trustworthy, professional lah. Everything Sri Kandi Associates.
Sekarang ni kan harga rumah
melampau
dah setengah juta.
Ada yang sampai dah sejuta dah yang.
So boleh nak buat sendiri tu. Kalau I nak handle such a big transaction, tak apalah, I biar professional yang buatkan lah.
Tak boleh so, nak kena minta tolong Sri Kandi.
Sri Kandi Associates. Follow them kat Instagram dan DM them kalau boleh DM mereka. Follow. Make sure you all follow dia orang. Demi Instagram followers dia akan naik lagi lebih, InsyaAllah. Okay, Sri Kandi selling solution, not promises.
So that is all we have for you today. Okay, so with that,
let's wrap it up. We come to the end of another episode of OUTSIDEIN.
If you like what you hear, please follow us on all our socials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube and Spotify.
Share it with all of your friends and family members, and follow Sri Kandi Associates on Instagram so that they can benefit from this episode, insyaAllah. So with that, we'll see you in the next episode. Assalamualaikum.
Wassalam.
Bye.